I'm live. Okay, here we are. Hello. I've had like strep throat all week, so
No, that's no good.
Oh,
actually the best my voice has sounded in like probably 36 hours.
ugh, I'm sorry.
Okay, are you guys in the quiz?
Yeah.
1 sec. Sorry, I'm pulling up the virtual client thing. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Oh, dang it, I clicked on the wrong one. I can hit save for later, right?
Is it for
Yes.
23?
It's for 24. I got
Oh.
it. I don't know why I did that.
Oh,
It was a silly move. I was like, wow, this is like 40 questions.
oh.
So exam 4 has 1, 2, 3, and 4 combined. Is that what it's-
Something.
Does not sound fun. Okay. There's only 14 on lesson. That's good. Okay. Well, that was a lot of rain we got here in Rexburg.
Yeah, crazy.
All that hail too. That was crazy.
Have you heard about campus? How like the MC and Smith, like ton of buildings were like flooded, and so they had to evacuate.
That's what I heard. I heard there's a lot of places that got flooded around Rexburg.
Yeah. So personally, I'm hoping for no school tomorrow.
Well, if it's that bad, yeah, they're gonna have to get some fans in there and dry it out quick.
Yeah, because the testing center was flooded, like super bad. So
Well,
hopefully
that's
that
the
doesn't
solution,
like
yeah.
affect the finals or anything.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, I've got it up and running now. Okay. How's everyone else looking? Are we good?
I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. True and true. Okay. 3. The true linear regression equation is y equals. Let's call that b. What's the term for that?
Is that beta?
Beta. Beta 0 plus beta 1 times x, where beta 0 and beta 1 are unknown. What are the null alternative hypotheses for beta 1?
C, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I have like the notes pulled up and it says the residual for an observation is defined as the difference between the observed value of y and the value that would have been predicted by the regression line. As an
Okay.
equation expressed as residual equals y minus y hat, which equals y minus the regular equation. Does that help
B.
at all? Yes.
The 4 we believe is b.
Yeah, it's B.
5. A plot of residuals supports using linear regression when.
I have some notes that just says the residual is calculated for each data point, so you have one residual for every observation in the data set. It's hard to use so many numbers to make decisions. Okay. A residual plot is a scatter plot where x-axis shows the y represents the residuals for each value of x. That doesn't really help, does it?
What's the... Oh.
It does say that there's a linear relationship in the hot dog food.
It talks about the megaphone shape. It suggests that there's a difference in the spread.
It says there is no obvious pattern in the data. If a linear regression is appropriate, then the residual plot will show no patterns and will consist of random scatter. If there is a pattern in the residuals, it suggests that the linear regression is not appropriate. Does that help?
Yeah, so then I think it's the megaphone shape, because then I don't know, that's the note saying that it suggests that the shape of curves and the points tend to be close together on one side of the graph and further apart on the other. It's apparent in the residuals. It suggests that the variance of the error terms is not constant with all the values of x. It suggests that there's a difference in the spread of the residuals depending on the value of x.
Okay, so we're going to go with C.
Yeah, because there's usually, because we both read that there's no patterns, and I think if it was positive, wouldn't that be a pattern? And then
Okay.
it's not really just, yeah.
It sounds good to me. Math self.
Okay. So we're good with that?
Yeah.
We said megaphone, right?
Mm-hmm.
6. Compute the residuals for the math self-efficacy data using software. Use the confidence data as the explanatory variable and the score data as the response variable. What statement best describes the residuals?
Be quiet. Mason? Be quiet.
So how do we do this again? Analyze, correlate, bivariate. Maybe.
Sorry, I'm downloading the data really quick.
Me too.
Okay. And it's math self-efficacy. Okay, so computing the residuals, we go to Analyze Regression Linear.
Yeah.
So the confidence rating is the dependent.
And what's the independent again? It's the
Is that right, though?
Wait, what did you say?
The confidence rating
Independent x or
and the score is the independent then, right?
And what did you say was for the dependent?
the score is the response, so the score is the dependent.
Okay.
And the residual is R? No. What number are they looking for?
Which one did you put over in the independent box?
I put 4.
Confidence data.
Confident.
So it's 0. What did it say? Here's the confidence data, the variable, and the score data, the response variable. Well, they do form a line. So I made the PP plot. Kind of a pretty line, all things considered. Sorry, guys. I think my weird voice is back.
You're fine. Fun. Huh. I'm unsure.
So what are we trying to look here?
We're trying to find the statement that best describes the residuals.
So which one even states the residuals?
It's the ANOVA, right?
Mm-hmm.
So residual.
Sum of squares. Yeah, mean square.
How do we know if it's normal? I didn't.
Well, I made a plot, the PP plot, the regression standardized residual.
Oh yeah.
And it forms a line. Do you guys want me to share screen?
Yes. I'm so slow.
Okay, well, I'll click share screen. If you guys
You did the graph too.
Yeah. It looks like a line. You guys tell me though what you want to do.
Oh boy. I don't think it's the first one.
No, I don't think it's the first one either.
They're all negative. So I think they form a linear pattern. Just to do like ruling out the other two. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Form a linear pattern. We'll go with that one. Based on the QQ plot for these residuals, what can you say about these residuals?
I made a PP plot. Is there a way to make a QQ plot?
Yeah. So you go to analysis and descriptive statistic.
Analysis, descriptive statistic, QQ plot.
And then actually you put explore. Instead of going to QQ plots, it's explore.
Okay. So just remind me, I wrote this down. I don't know why the whole XY thing is so hard for me.
No, I'm terrible at it.
So I wrote down here somewhere. No, that's not the right class. Okay, so that's not helpful. That's not what I thought I wrote down. So for the dependent, are we putting score? I guess I'll just do it both ways.
That's what I did. And then you got to click on plots.
Yeah, normality plots, right?
Yeah.
Did you do it already, Justin?
Yeah,
I got a ton of data.
So did you? I know. Does yours look normal? Kind of like almost like a swerve, like S snake kind of thing, but fairly normal.
holy crap, why did we get all this data?
No, that's what I was just saying.
Yeah, I was just looking through it.
A lot of stuff. Okay, so we can't get them all on the same graph, apparently.
Yeah, why is there only 1 point on each graph?
Okay, let's try it again. Here, descriptive, explore. Well, I got something. I don't know what that is, though. It doesn't even have a label. Oh my gosh. I have the same thing. That doesn't make any sense. I'm going to try doing it the opposite way. Yeah, they're all separated. Doesn't matter which way you do it.
I'm not sure how to do that. Let's see. I like this.
Oh, I just did it the other way where you went to
Wait.
Yeah.
straight line.
I just
So
bring it
in the example in the SPSS lesson that he explained how to do it, he only put he put the unstandardized variable in, and that's all he did. He didn't put 2 things. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So with those, the residuals. So the residuals.
Well, I got it.
Normal.
Okay.
It looks,
And the confidence rating mean is normal.
Is yours all the data on pretty close to the line now?
yeah, you want me to show you what I got?
Yeah, let's see if I got the same thing.
You see this? That's the one I got for just doing one of the things.
Okay.
And then this is the
Yeah,
one
that's what I got as well.
straight to the QQs. This was the other one I got. They look pretty similar. Should we just say the residual?
I would say so. Does that sound good, everyone? All right. So letter C, or item C for 7. Or number 3, whatever.
Oh, so that was for 6?
No, 7.
So,
That was 7. So they're fairly normal?
Yeah. This was the residual form a linear pattern.
Okay.
okay. 8. Use software to create a software plot of the math self-efficacy data. The scatter plot, residuals plot, and QQ plot. Which of the 5 assumptions about linear regression are satisfied by this data? Check all that apply.
Is a linear relationship between x and y, right? That's why we have things like line graphs.
Mm-hmm. Normally distributed.
Yeah. The observations wouldn't be independent, they would be dependent, right? Because that's what you're observing is what happens. I feel like the lesson wasn't very helpful for this quiz.
No, it wasn't.
So for megaphones, the variance of the error terms is not constant for all values of x. So when it is, that means that they're closer together.
So we want to just make sure there's no megaphone shape then. So the third one should apply too then, right? I was looking at the homework we did. So on the homework, we had to figure out the variance of the error terms is constant for all values of x. Yes, there is no megaphone shape in the residual scatter plot. So for the QQ, so that one applies to us as well then. And then the x values are measured without error. That seems very concrete statement. We're still on that question, right?
Number 8. Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure. So there's a linear relationship between x and y, yes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The residuals are normally distributed. Is that something we get from the data? Is the QQ plot, right?
Yeah.
The variance of the error term is constant for all values of x. This happens when they're in like a straight line, but when they cone out like a megaphone shape, that's when they're not.
Oh, we're
Right.
still
So that one should be checked as well, correct? Because we got a straight line.
yes.
Yeah.
Campus is closed due to flooding. Got to. Sorry, I'm really nosy. Let's see what it says.
Wait, so we agree that the variance of the
Wow. So then the x values are measured without error. How do we know that? Because I know that the observations are independent, and that's a checkbox. The only one that I'm not sure about is that the x values are measured without error.
That just seems like such a absolute answer.
I don't know if we can gain that from the data.
Sorry, you guys cut out because my internet cut out. What were you talking about?
We're on lesson 8, or not lesson 8, number 8.
Yeah, which like box though?
The x values are measured without error.
Okay. It says that in the notes, where was it? When it talks about the megaphones and it says that it suggests that the variance of the oh no, that's not what it says, just kidding. Keep looking.
Well, I'm fine with just clicking
Measured
on
without error. I don't think we can gain that from the data.
Oh.
Can we?
Oh wait, it says check record the x's are fixed and measured without error. That, in other words, the x's can be considered as known constants. That's from the notes.
Okay. You guys want to try that then? Just check all of them?
Okay.
So now we're trying to figure out the slope.
Okay. So we'll check all of them, right? Is that okay with everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 9. What is B1, the estimate for the slope? Round to 3 decimals.
Is that the 18.690? I don't think it is. Never mind.
No, is it the 12.695?
How do you? Yeah, because the first one.
So everything, I wrote down everything on the bottom row is for slope. The top row is for the y-intercept.
So then it's 12.695.
Yes.
Okay. And then the 18.690 would be the y-intercept.
Yeah. But they haven't asked us that yet. What is the confidence interval for B1?
Wait, so where do we find the estimate for the slope in this data?
It's under the coefficients.
Yeah, coefficients. Constant versus confidence rating mean. The whole top row equals y-intercept and the bottom row is slope.
So for the estimated distribution parameters? Wait, how do
Okay,
we...
so I found the confidence interval, I think. 10 point,
How did you figure it out again? Make sure maybe I did it wrong.
I had to scroll up. I don't know which one this was. It was probably the analyze,
Oh, this is way back.
regression, linear. And then you have to check all those boxes so you can get all the extra data. I'll do it again.
Okay, so coefficients. You said it's
Yeah.
under coefficients? And so we've got constant, the top row, and confidence rating means the
Yes.
So
Yeah.
then, for your confidence intervals, did you get the 10.708 as the lower bound and 14.742 as the upper bound?
I got 10.674 to 14.715. I don't know what I did wrong.
Well, doesn't
That's
it?
what I got as well, so I'm not sure.
But
Then I
that,
did something.
the other one's the closest thing to it, so let's just go with that, the first one.
Well, how did you guys get those?
Yeah.
I went to analyze the regular way, analyze regression, linear, and then when you get there, you have to go to plot, or not plots, statistics, and then you click on confidence interval. And I also clicked on description. And then okay. Maybe that's where the standard deviation comes in or something. I don't know, because our answer was just off by.
Oh, you guys got 10.674.
Yeah.
Okay, no, okay.
So what was the number again?
10.67.
That's what.
So A. 10 is A.
Oh, see, I got that one, but I got that. I think it's from when we went into the plots. I think that's where I got that one.
I still got it in the coefficient.
So for the estimate of the slope?
No. You're on 9?
Crap, sorry.
9 is 12.695.
That's going to be the.
That's what I thought. I'm sorry. I got scared for a second.
Yeah, and we went to 10. Sorry.
You're okay. I should be sorry. So 12.695, right? Okay. Found it. Confidence interval for B1 was 10.708 and 14.742.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So A. Okay. And so 11. Based on the evidence and using level of significance of alpha equals 0.05, what decision would you make regarding the hypothesis test for beta 1?
So do we need to plug in the t-score then? Because I don't see a p-value.
Sig, isn't that our P?
Yeah.
0.000.
Yeah, so there is a T, but
It's-
Yeah, I see it. That makes sense. I remember that. That's a very small number. So we reject the null hypothesis test because p-value is less than alpha.
and the null hypothesis.
What does it mean?
there's sufficient evidence.
So it's either A or C. So is it 0 or is it
So
not
it is
0?
0 or it is.
I'd say it's not 0 because it's a line,
It's not 0.
right? Because if it was 0, then we wouldn't have a line graph. 0 means that there's not a linear relationship, right?
Wait. Up top, we said that beta 1, the null is 0. Right? So let's read this. Go back.
Okay, can you unplug my charger and bring it out?
So because
What?
because we were lower than the alpha, we're rejecting, correct?
Yeah.
If we reject, that means there's sufficient evidence to conclude that the slope of the function is not 0.
Well, doesn't that make sense? Because if it was 0, it wouldn't be a linear relationship. Because -1 is a negative linear relationship and +1 is a positive linear relationship, but 0 means there's no relationship. And we got a line. Right? So it would not be 0.
And 11 was B, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So did we decide on C for?
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So, did I?
Yep.
Can you explain it one more time? For some reason, my internet cut out, so you did as well.
So for all the line thing is for 0 would mean that there wasn't a linear relationship, because a positive linear relationship is 1 and a negative linear relationship is -1. So, and we know we got a line, like we had a positive line, it was closer to 1. So there is sufficient evidence to conclude the slope of the regression line is not 0.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I hope I'm right. Now we have to download more data, I think. You know,
For that example, in the online, the
In
notes,
the online textbook.
yeah, I wrote down that the dependent variable for this is the body length.
yeah, because the head length is given, right? Okay, so
And 14. Since the 99% confidence interval for these data is 7.124 and 8.311, what can you say about beta 1?
I think C or B, but I don't know.
I think it's B. I don't think the confidence level or confidence interval has anything to do with
0, yeah.
or it doesn't have anything to do with the p-value, which would be rejecting the null hypothesis, so that doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah, and then usually you would say we're 99% sure that the true mean would lie between 7.124 and 8.311. So that, I don't know, so it's worded differently, but that sounds similar to how you would word it.
Yeah, this is just trying to help us find the slope, not anything else. Well, if B1's slope, and that we're 99% confident that it's between those numbers,
Oh, beta 1, just kidding.
it's A. Since the confidence interval does not contain 0, there is sufficient evidence to conclude that B1 is not equal to 0. So that because B1 is slope, so they're trying to figure out. I still think it might be B, but it could be A. C doesn't make any sense. What do you guys want to do?
So he had in
Review after
the
this.
At this point,
in the PowerPoint
He had on
thing.
the PowerPoint. He said we would capture it percent times.
Okay. I can't believe we've been on this one for 45 minutes.
I know. I thought the same thing just a few minutes ago. I thought this was taking forever. Confidence interval.
Well, let's just choose A then, since it's more. Well, do you guys want to do Rochambeau, rock, paper, scissors?
Oh, look. See, okay, so on the online textbook, like when it talks about coefficients, coefficients, confidence intervals, it tells you where to find them. And then it says, in this case, the 95% confidence intervals for the true slope of the regression line relating to blah, blah, blah is killed, and then it gives you the intervals. And then it says, so there's 95% confidence the y-intercept is what it is, and I don't know. I think it's B. That's my long story is that I think it's B. That's what the online internet thing says.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm submitting.
11 was B, right?
11. Yes.
Yes.
Double check.
I'm submitting, so let's see how we did. Ugh. You had to play on the internet.
Dang it! I'm sorry.
And mine hasn't even come through yet.
Okay, well we got 14 wrong. It's not me.
Was it A? I guess it is.
No, that's what the only thing that bugs me about this is that it doesn't tell you what you got wrong. And then we also got 8 wrong, so apparently one of those is wrong.
Well, I haven't even seen the right answers, and I submitted like a whole minute ago. So nobody exit out yet because I may need to. I didn't write down what we were doing. Ugh.
Oh, and C. Or no, sorry, 5 and 6 we got wrong. Oh man, I didn't see those ones.
My internet's jammed. I wonder if it even really submitted my score.
If it doesn't, you can change your answers.
Okay, I'll check with the team, I guess.
For the quiz, we can save for later, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you guys want, we can just knock out a bunch of them, and then if it starts getting late, then we can just call it and finish it up on our own time if you guys want to. I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with that. I'm like,
I'm just thinking we can just take a look at it all together and maybe call out questions that we don't know about, or maybe just go through them from the beginning, whichever method you guys want to use, and then we can knock out a few of them and then call it for the night.
Yeah, is that going to be a problem though? Because like we have to record it.
I guess we could record it, like record for a little bit of it or something.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Whatever you guys are okay with.
well, I'm going to stop this recording, so hang on. My internet's
All right,
really
sounds good.
freaking out.
Okay.
So everyone, hang on a minute, and I will post the new hang on, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, it's still stopping. My husband's playing an online game.